You are listening to Storm and Sacrifice, Book 2 of the Steel and Thunder series. Written by Dominic N. Ashen. Narrated by Ken B. Erotica. Published by Four Horsemen Publishing Incorporated. Copyright Dominic N. Ashen and 2021. All rights reserved. To Jay, one of my first readers and someone who has always encouraged and pushed me for more. Good boy. Chapter 1. You look good. You look better. Sorry. Adam's words make me grimace. Knew I should have dressed down more for this. Come on, you know I didn't mean it like that. He huffs from his spot across the table and smiles. I'm glad you're doing good. We've heard some rumors and I've been worried. Yeah. Like, is it true that after you lost that fight to the big guy, he Ow! Nate rubs his side where Adam's elbow hit him. Adam glares at the mage to his right before turning back to me. Seriously, though, David, is he hurting you? No, really. I'm fine. Better than fine, all things considered. I smile back, trying to hide any discomfort over the topic. I can only imagine what they've heard and how much of it is true. I'm more worried about you guys in here. It's Astra Day, which is visiting day, at the Yashik Korol labor camp. I've been worried about my friends and where they've been held since we were first arrested, and this place was no different. Even though Khazak assured me that everything would be fine, that this place was better than an actual prison, I still needed to see it for myself. So, before my first visit, he arranged for a brief tour of the camp for me. It's actually pretty nice. I mean, it's still a jail, but it's also basically just a bunch of boring buildings behind a big fence. It almost reminds me of the Night Academy. Everyone's wearing a uniform. The prisoners' rooms look more like dorms than cells, and half of them leave during the day to work where they can earn actual money. From what I saw and smelled, the food doesn't seem half bad. Khazak told me the place is named after one of the city's first rangers, and that the term labor camp is a holdover from when the place was an actual camp, when most of the city was still made up of tents. All the more reason I think they need to change it. Labor camps are something very different where I come from. This is my second time here, my first being last weekend when I saw Alyssa and Corinne. Thanks to Khazak pulling some strings, I'm able to sit with two of my friends at a time. After I get patted down by one of the guards, they bring me to a large room with tables where they're already seated. They've got the prisoners split by gender, and since Adam insisted the girls go first, which is a very Adam thing to do, this week I get to see him and Nate. We're all right. It's not as rough in here as you'd think. Adam gives me a small smile. The food's not that bad, and the beds still beat sleeping on the ground outside. They say we're earning some money while we're in here, too. They've got me and Liz working construction, so far just helping to build homes in the poorer parts of the city. It's mostly moving materials around and holding them in place while the mages do their thing. What about you? I asked Nate, more out of politeness than actual interest. When I was here last week, no one had been assigned a job yet. Corinne and I have been hard at transcribing books. He flexes his hand like it hurts. If they'd just let me use my magic, I could have had the whole thing done in a few hours. But no. On both of his wrists were small metal bracelets, the same I saw on Corinne last week. They're long-term versions of the city's anti-magic bracers, lighter and unconnected to make it easier to move around and work while still cutting off the wearer from their magical abilities. What about you? Adam ignores Nate's whining. What does Ironstorm? Is that his name? Yep. I nod. What does he have you doing? Actually, I'm kinda working with him and the people who arrested us. I scratch my head, feeling embarrassed that I'm basically working with the enemy. It's not all that different from what we did back at the academy. It's been about 2 weeks since I started my job with the V'rok'sh Tah'lj Rangers as Captain Khazak Ironstorm's assistant. I wish I could say it's been an interesting 2 weeks, but sadly, after the investigation we had my first 2 days, it has been incredibly boring. Khazak, or Sir, as I sometimes know him, wasn't kidding when he said a big part of his job was filling out paperwork. He spends most of his time in the office doing that. Isn't that kind of weird? Adam sounds surprised. Understandable, given
Sample complete. Ready to continue?